Hey everybody, welcome back to Global Sports Network. This is Fourth and Goal. I am Alan Teetle.
And I'm Cameron Banks.
John Foster.
Here to talk some NFL news with you all.
Right.
A lot of surprising games happening this past weekend.
Big time.
Yeah.
Where should we start? Let's start with the undefeated Rams
Whew.
finally taking their
Yes.
first L to the Saints.
Yeah.
What
Did
a-
that game turn out the way you wanted it to?
What a great game. I mean, just seeing them go back and forth and back and forth. And seeing Drew Brees and the Saints it was a close game, but they had it in hand the whole time.
Well, they jumped on them from the
They
start. I
did.
mean, they were beating them up, going to the half at 35 to
17,
to
I think. Yeah.
35 to 17. But then they didn't score a single point. They came back to tie them at 35-all, which we kind of knew the Rams were going to do.
Oh, they
that,
have the
right?
ability for sure.
I mean, that was happening for sure.
Hold on, let me grab my phone and make a phone call real quick.
Get out of
Let me
here.
go
What
make a
happened?
phone call like my boy Mike Williams.
Mike Thomas coming in doing
what
the
was
Joe
he
Horn.
thinking,
Dude.
man?
I
What was
mean,
he
dude,
thinking?
it's a callback to Joe Horn back in the day, old
Yeah.
87, man.
Yeah.
Dude, seeing him do the old Joe Horn making the phone call at the end of that touchdown was so
Wow.
good. And listen, hearing Joe Horn speak on that today, it was just like how humbled he was.
He brought tears to my
He
eyes.
did. It did. I mean, let's be real. Joe Horn was doing the T.O. antics way before
Oh,
T.O.
yeah.
was even thinking about doing anything.
Yeah. He was the father of all of these amazing celebrations that we
Yeah.
did. I think it was a great homage to him. I know mainstream media is playing it up as, what were you thinking? You could have lost the game. But I think it was just a simple play on things. And it was
Most
a
definitely.
big, crucial moment in the game.
For sure.
Awesome to see that.
Great to see the Saints coming in and just taking a game from the Rams. I still think the Rams are a hot button team, and I think they're probably going to take it all the way to the championship game. I think we just saw the NFC Championship game happen this last
Right there.
weekend.
Yeah, well, the Saints are good. You know,
Yeah.
they have a defense finally, and Drew Brees is Drew Brees.
Yeah.
You know, he's
Well, who do you think is the best one-loss team right now? I mean, the Rams just lost one, the Chiefs just lost one, and the Saints have only lost one. Who do you think right now is a good competitor out of those?
I would say Saints.
Well, you know what? That's a good thought. I would go Saints.
Man, I'm going with the Chiefs, man. I like the Chiefs. I like the way they're playing, especially since Patrick Mahomes is coming off a win against
Oh, yeah,
the
let's
Browns.
move on to that. I mean, just
Yeah.
the Chiefs beating up on the Browns. Of course it was going to happen. The Chiefs are a way more high-powered offense than the Browns are. But seeing the matchup rekindled between
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes and Baker Mayfield. Baker had a pretty good game, but Pat, with the 375 passing yards, took the cake.
Man, that's Pat's 8th straight game with 300-plus yards,
Yep.
man. And
Yeah.
next week he could beat Andrew Luck's record with 9 straight
And
games.
he probably will.
No,
Yeah.
I believe he will because, I mean, every single player on that team is just rising to the occasion.
Sammy
Kelsey had a
Watkins.
huge game yesterday, man.
2 touchdowns, 99 yards.
Yeah.
Dude's balling out.
And who's going to stop Kareem Hunt? I don't think anybody
That
at this
guy.
point can stop Kareem
And
Hunt.
it's really
man.
great to see that, like, that's kind of where the running back position is going. These guys who don't necessarily have to go in and out of the tackles every play, but are catching the ball out of the backfield and making plays with their legs.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see. I mean, you're seeing it in Kansas City. You're seeing it in New York as well.
Yeah, I agree.
How about our Texans, guys?
Oh,
Hey, man. Texans
There we
coming
go.
in and killing it week in, week
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
6 weeks in a row.
They put out an excellent win against the Broncos. Too close for comfort.
Too close for comfort.
But I do think that the Texans right now are in a brilliant position to stay at the top of their division and make a playoff run.
Yeah.
quick
You know?
fantasy blip real
You know,
quick.
and people are talking about, Deshaun Watson. He's not throwing the ball as much. He's not getting hit as much. The running game is more. He only threw the ball like 22 times, which is good, with a high percentage, completion.
Right.
So, and there's a lot of talk out there that the Texans, even in our hometown, where they're not performing up to the standard, and that Deshaun Watson isn't this great person. But I can tell that he's a great person.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can tell. You just watch his commercial, and he sticks up for Turo the Bull.
Yeah,
and he
man.
doesn't let that guy from HEB talk about him.
Yeah,
Right.
I think it's really cool the way that they've incorporated him in those commercials and also just in the organization as a whole. J.J. Watt has been the face of the Texans and Houston since he even got drafted.
Yep.
So to see Deshaun Watson, the quarterback of the team, be put on a high pedestal is brilliant, man. Can't wait to see what he does in the future.
Moving on, guys. Julio Jones finally catches a touchdown pass.
Julio!
It has taken 9 weeks, but it has finally happened. He had a huge game, 7 receptions, 121 yards, and 1 touchdown.
I mean, you see how excited he was when he finally got in the end zone? I mean, he was running for his dear life to get
Oh,
there,
yeah.
first of all. But once he got there, he was like, Whew,
Oh,
weight
most
off of my
definitely. I mean, how
shoulder,
could
man.
you not be thinking about that every play this whole season? I have got to get a touchdown. I've got to do it. I'm Julio Jones.
Yeah, man. I know all of his fantasy team owners are like, yes, finally,
That's
I get
me.
some points.
Yeah, here's John with Julio Jones.
Yeah.
But guys, the Falcons did beat the Redskins. It kind of a surprise for us. I mean, all of us had the Redskins picked
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
win that game.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but the Falcons showed up and they showed exactly why they were in the Super Bowl that year or two ago. I think the Falcons have an opportunity to win next week as well, as long as they keep the momentum going and get Julio in the end zone. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.
Last game we got to go over, guys. Pats and
The
Patriots
Gold Bowl.
and Green Bay Packers.
Wow.
Kind of a letdown game, guys. You know, I wanted to see
More
wanted to see a
offense.
little more offense out of these two
No,
guys.
they're good defense.
Great-
the,
yeah,
the Packers played great defense, and then they got hurt on the offensive line.
Yeah.
But the defense was doing their job. I was really impressed with the Green Bay defense.
I had no problem with the game. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah.
Tom Brady went out there
Ditto.
and performed like he should have. Aaron Rodgers, who is still hurt, people need to realize that, came out and played a good game.
Guys.
And even with losing Ha Clinton Dix, they didn't just get blown out. You know,
And
Right.
can we talk about real quick the comeback of the flea flicker play?
Wow.
Multiple
major.
times yesterday,
Yeah,
I
that
see
was-
this play come out of
That
nowhere.
was
and
so
it's like,
cool.
wow.
Did you guys
Yeah.
see that? He throws it out there, and then and there's like four guys just standing there waiting for how could, if you were a defensive player, and you must have been sleeping, there's four guys out there standing there with a guy ready to catch the ball. It looked like the old Packers tweet.
Man, that's
You know?
brilliant. I mean, it's nothing new under the sun, but all the trick plays that were pulled out yesterday were really impressive, and it shows that you still have to know your history of the game in order to play in these things.
But
That's
now,
true.
but now, no, and remember that Green Bay, when it was tied up, Aaron's bringing them down for a touchdown. He doesn't fumble that football. It's a different game.
Fumblegate, man.
And
Yes, what a
it's-
conspiracy
And that
it
happened
is.
last week too. To him.
No,
Also,
yeah, no,
somebody
they
was
can't.
driving
They
again
can't
and
trade
lost the
two
ball.
guys in back-to-back weeks. With Montgomery getting traded after fumbling last week, and now the trade deadline's passed, they can't just get rid of Jamal Williams like they probably would like to.
Yeah, I think it's just we need to calm down on the whole. There's a room for error in football. I think they got to calm down on that just a little bit because when you're trying to build a team that needs the right chemistry, you can't just go trading anybody that makes a mistake. That just looks bad on your organization.
No, most definitely. But I mean, like going back to the Montgomery trade, he had lost to the locker room.
Very
Everyone
true.
in the locker room knew, and like he even knew that he had made a very, very costly mistake for that team.
And now he's just a happier rental with the Ravens. So I mean, either way it goes, they're going to lose him anyway. But I think they got to just chill out a little bit on this, like causing these guys to be punished so quickly.
Yeah, I
man, it's
agree.
difficult to see that.
But guys, this has been 4th and Goal. I'm Alan Teetle.
I'm Cameron Banks.
John Foster.
Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. We're here. This is the Global Sports Network. Like, share, subscribe,
Facebook.
comment, whatever you can do. We want to
Yeah.
hear from you all on all your football news, and we will keep you in the loop.